Good afternoon, Whalers fans, and welcome to Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's coverage of Nantucket Whalers football. I'm Chris Morris alongside the legend that is Dick Herman.
How you doing, gang?
And Dick, this afternoon we will be hosting the Cardinals from Cardinal Spellman High School. They took the trip down from Brockton. And before we get to the football, I want to wish our veterans a happy Veterans Day and thank you for all your service. Dick, today's game is basically bonus football, but we're glad to be here. Beautiful day for football, and happy that these boys and girls snuck down from Brockton. And obviously, we're not playing a playoff game because you were over there and saw the Cohasset game.
You say bonus football, but the old system, and evidently the system changed. The old system was up until this year, I guess, the last 6 years, was you played your 7-game schedule.
Right.
When it first started, the top 4 get into the playoffs, then they pushed it to 8, but they always said you're going to play 3 more games after that. Maybe it got complicated because the last game of the season was coming up the weekend before Thanksgiving. A lot of teams want to still play their big Thanksgiving game.
Sure.
So this year they seem to have cut it to a system where you can opt in and opt out. I don't like opting in and opting out. Coach Capizzo used to say, we will play anybody, anywhere, anytime. No such thing as opting. So, but anyways, we got a game today. It's the last game of the year. So Nantucket, with losing that other game with Monomoy, is not going to have a 10-game schedule.
Full schedule, yeah. And again, we talked about it. You look on the internet, and Monomoy is, a win for us, but that didn't count towards the playoffs, obviously. And when the playoff rankings came out, they had Mashpee on the schedule. But here we are. They played Cohasset.
That's like going to a restaurant and ordering a steak and enjoying it. Then you find out after you pay the bill, oh, you could have got a discount on that steak.
Should have gotten the discount, yeah. But anywho, here we are, and again, a tough loss last week. You were there, and everybody that I talked to said that Nantucket had a more talented team, said that the game was really ours to take, and unfortunately, things happened, and it didn't go our way. Kind of seems like all 3 of those losses, were games that they should have won, really.
They mirror each other. What Cohasset did, they know we have the speed and on the outside, and Cohasset said, you're not going to run to the outside, and they just kept forcing everything back in the middle. Justin finally broke one.
Yeah.
I think there was like 3 people that had a hand on him, and a couple got knocked backwards, and he finally, once he broke free, he scored the touchdown of the day for the Whalers. At that point, it made it 13-7, so it made an exciting game. But, this team that we're looking at in front of us here, the Cardinals, they look big, they look strong.
Do.
We hope that they're not as quick, and Justin can get to the outside along with the other Whalers.
Yeah, as we said, there's a lot of brown in the middle of the field here after a full season of football. We got to play in the green, get it outside the tackles, get it outside those hash marks. But as you said, Coach Con Chase, who I was able to talk to said they play a tough schedule. They're out of the Catholic Central, up out of Brockton, and St. Mary's is the top team in Division 6. They play them twice. Came up with a huge upset for one of their wins. But yeah, they've got 6 losses and didn't even qualify for the playoffs because, again, their tough schedule. It's the same division that Sandwich plays out of, and, they've moved along and got a game tonight. Again, their second round against Abington, who, of course, we've seen a few times over the years.
I'm real interested to see how that game plays out. Abington's been our nemesis, beating us, I think, 3 out of the last 4 years. In the playoffs, in the final round, the one year that we did have a chance to make it to the finals, right?
Right. Yeah, and that 2019 team was loaded too.
And, the 2019 team was funny because they just had so many key injuries to key players, and they finally sort of got it all together in the second half against Abington, and they started moving, but. The payback that year was losing to Mashpee and Cohasset during the season, and then beating them in the playoffs. But losing to Abington, as I say, we've lost them, I think, 3 years in a row.
Yeah, revenge is sweet, but certainly would have liked to, put the nail in the coffin against Abington. But, ultimately, I would say a very good season for the Whalers. You got to key mark that win against Sandwich, a miraculous comeback win. Obviously, the Island Cup, a special moment here as they were able to solidify a playoff spot. They won the division, won their conference by beating Sandwich as well, and obviously, whenever you can hoist the Island Cup, it's pretty special.
Yeah, the Island Cup will be the thing that they remember the most, and as you've said all year, a good bunch of seniors, a lot of seniors.
Yeah, 15 seniors total.
Playing their final game on the home field here at Vito Capizzo Stadium, that has to be special.
That is special, and the boys making their traditional lap and honoring the veterans with a couple of American flags right out the front. Of course, Mr. Do-It-All, Justin Blois. Let's talk about the Whalers and their key players. Obviously, they're going to miss a couple guys here with injuries. Carlos Aguilar, quarterback, not playing today. Garner Ray, another one of those just great football players, not playing today. So it will be a different crew doing the things that normally get done. But you know, Mekhi Bodden, no stranger to quarterback. He played it all last year. Played it against Cohasset in the second half, but he will be running the show. So obviously, probably a little more ground game via the quarterback position. Still plenty of options, still plenty of weapons for the Whalers.
He has something to prove, being his last game, and now he, 360 he takes, and he's back where he started. You might say, So he should have a little chip on his shoulder, saying, "Yeah, I opted out of quarterback, and I went to wide out, but I'm back here at quarterback, and I can still do it." So he has to have a chip on his shoulder today. And you mentioned his feet. That might be exciting.
Yeah.
That might be a wrinkle that Cardinal Spellman might not be ready for.
True. I will say that when I did talk to Coach Chase, he circled number 1 like 5 times. He's like, I don't even want to know his name, just I know his number, and that's all I need to know, because I know he's getting the ball one way or the other. And the 1-2 punch of Mekhi Bodden and Justin Blois has been special to watch all year. We're gonna miss him up here in the booth. It's fun.
Yeah,
fun
yeah. He's been a key part of Whaler football, and one of the special ones. But we see 4 captains heading out there.
So we'll have a coin toss here, national anthem. We are a few minutes away from kickoff here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Once again, happy to have you here, streaming live on YouTube. And of course, this game will be picked up by NCTV, and I got to mention all the gang over there. Thanks very much to Frank for getting us all set up for success. And of course, we had a great time hanging out with Katie and our buddy Charlie, and we got Sean on the camera today, so he and I will, and hopefully you'll come join us for a little basketball and hockey over the winter.
I'll be around this winter, and we'll jump in there if need be. And you want a second voice?
Come and hang out.
You want a second voice? Sure.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But as far as the Cardinals this year, again, they've got a quarterback that is a Justin Blois-esque guy, Mr. Do-It-All. He will play quarterback, run it a lot, also going to do the place kicking and extra points, PATs. So number 2, Jack Duffy, will be circled on Coach Perry's list of players to keep track of, and we can see him out there as one of the captains representing Spellman and the toss. Looks like
Cardinal Spellman won. They deferred, so they're going to kick from our left to the right, heading downfield towards the buses, and Nantucket will get the ball first.
There you go. And not much wind or weather to speak of today. An absolutely beautiful day for football. And we are moments away from kickoff here for the final game of the 2021 season for the Whalers. These guys have got another game. Spellman has another one on Thanksgiving, because they've got one of those traditional Thanksgiving games.
Well, this is where you miss the Island Cup rivalry with Vineyard. And
right.
If they didn't come back into the league, now I'm thinking, would they be playing next weekend? And that's probably a yes. But they're in the league now. Now, do you play them twice a year?
Right.
That doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. You mentioned Spellman playing St. Mary's twice.
Yep.
Getting ready for the national anthem.
For Cardinal Spellman High School in an MIAA non-playoff contest. As always, Nantucket High School would like to remind all those who are present today that they are expected to show the utmost respect for game officials, coaches, athletes, and their opponents. Please cheer appropriately in a positive and supportive fashion. Thank you for your cooperation in this. Ladies and gentlemen, with today being Veterans Day, we honor and salute those who gave of themselves to serving our country. At this time, we ask that all of our veterans who have served in the U.S. military to please rise so they may be recognized with a round of applause of appreciation from those who helped to defend.
Nice gesture here. And we see somebody over there dressed in military.
Yep.
He may be doing the national anthem. I don't know.
Got to give a shout out to my 96-year-old grandfather, Joe Vidmar, served in the WW2 there, Battle of the Bulge.
Wow.
Special man, yeah, still kicking. He's the funniest guy in our family.
Today we salute those who have lost their lives from the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard with a moment of silence. At this time, we ask everybody stand, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, you mentioned your grandfather, World War II veteran.
Yeah.
My dad, who has since passed, he was a World War II veteran, a Marine for 20 years. And doing the math in my head, he would have been 99, I think, if he was alive.
Yeah, well, we appreciate his services as well. And I got a hunch that they're checking us out here all day. They live out in Oregon, so maybe a little early for them to see. Nah, they should be up by then.
Can I say hi, Grandpa?
You can.
Hi,
absolutely.
Grandpa.
Can't wait. We're heading out that way in December for our first visit since COVID took traveling across the country away from us for a little bit. But hey, Whalers fans, are you ready? I know we are. Kickoff approaching here. The Cardinals of Cardinal Spellman against your Nantucket Whalers.
The head coach seems a little bit young as a head coach. Did you get that? I spoke to him just for a few minutes. He doesn't seem to be the typical age that a head coach is. Not that you have to be a certain age to be coaching. Usually,
he says he lives right around Brockton. He was over at Tri-County for a couple years as well, but I believe that was his first head coaching job. And he was excited to get back into his neighborhood and take on a group that obviously COVID was tough for everybody. And he said they're finally starting to buy in. They're playing better football here.
Well,
in the second half of the season.
Listen to a few people around town that say, our kids are playing against kids from Brockton. It's
Right.
not the end of the world. There's the first thing about keeping it away from number one. And they give us good field position, 42.
I think if you would tell Coach Perry, you got the ball at the 42 every kickoff, he'd take that.
He'll take it, yeah.
And again, sure-handed Jeremy Casp gained about 9-10 yards on the kickoff there, but let's see if the Whalers can get things going here.
The other plus about not kicking it deep like that for Nantucket is Justin doesn't take a big hit.
Yep.
And some of the biggest hits are on kickoffs and punts.
Absolutely. So as we noted, Mekhi Bodden in the backfield running the show. He will be in that pistol Blois split right behind him, and he'll get the pitch right off the bat. Tries to juke one, will not get back to the line. Number 13, Brian Gallagher, came up from his cornerback position to make the tackle.
Nobody
Loss of
blocked
2
him.
on the play.
Nobody blocked him. You you can't expect your running back to get around an unblocked cornerback.
Yeah. But a good tackle in the open field, and the Whalers will face 2nd and 12. Kind of the same script against Cohasset. They went backwards instead of forwards on their first possession.
Too many times.
It'll be Bennett split out wide to the far side of the field.
I think they had 8 3-and-outs against Cohasset.
That is about 6 too many. Again, fake pitch. Bodden rolling and in trouble. He is going to try and elude a couple of defenders. Will do so. Gets to the outside enough.
That could have been a late hit.
To gain maybe 2 or 3. But once again, a 3rd and long. Nobody open on that play, and a couple of Spellman guys were in the backfield very quickly. He had to sprint out to the far side of the field to his right, and able to get a couple out of nothing there.
He did show his speed, though. He eluded the first 2 defenders there, especially the one who was right in his face. But again, once you roll to the opposite side like that there, it's hard to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Because you got to stop just a little.
As a lefty too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It throws across his body.
If you're coming this way and you roll, you can throw it on the run. You can't throw it on the run that way. You can get a little short push pass, but if you see somebody down the field, you got to stop, set, and arc it to him.
Play clock running low. And not going to get it off in time, as the Whalers will be called for a delay of game. Coach Chase was on that countdown, and the Whalers will now face a 3rd and 15.
That's on the coaches when that happens. Your quarterback comes over to get the play, but you got to push him back onto the field. You can't stand there and talk about what you might do or going to do. You say, we're going to do this. And again, the conversation's a lot longer.
Yeah.
A lot longer than it should be right now. But again, Bodden's back. Last week he played the second half probably without that wristband.
Yeah.
Because he went in for the injured starting quarterback who is out today. We hope he's back for basketball season.
Yep. I talked to him briefly. I ran into him. He's walking comfortably, but those ribs in that midsection are a tough one. And it is Bodden rolling to the left.
Yeah, now he can hit him.
And tossing a pass deep. A couple of defenders out there tipped away, double covered. Was Garner Ray.
That's Garner Ray. He's not hurt.
That is true. Yeah, Coach said Garner Ray wouldn't play today, but
Carlos is out 4, and there's one other guy out. See if I can get his number.
Well, we're glad to see Garner out there.
Garner out there. Yeah, Garner had made a nice catch last week in the end zone.
He was open too. The throw a little short. Had a chance there, but again, double coverage knocked away fairly easily by Tyler Renko on the coverage. And it'll be Blois back to punt, 4th and 15. Good snap. And a line drive kick that will take a nice Whalers bounce to about the 30-yard line, where Spellman will take over for their first possession of the first quarter. No score, 9:19 to go.
They gave him a lot of space there.
He looked.
And
he looked.
The coaching staff in Nantucket takes a look at that there. You might see a fake down the road here. Because
maybe not on 4th and 15.
4th and 15's hard, but those are the types that you catch them napping. 4th and 2, they're thinking you're going to do it.
That's true.
So 9:19, 0-0 here, but now the Cardinals are going to get the ball. Let's see what they can do.
Jack Duffy in the backfield. He will do a lot of this. Little run up the middle. And the Whalers able to stuff it fell forward for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. They give him 5 on the carry, so they can do that all day. And
yeah, we've seen.
It's going to be a long day.
We've seen the wins and the losses this year, and teams that can do that winds up on the winning end against the Whalers. That's a tough situation there when you can run tackle to tackle and pick up 3+ yards, and they picked up 5 there now. So now you got a lot of things in your playbook on 2nd and 5.
Shotgun formation, split backfield, a couple receivers down, and it'll be the first carry. Uh-oh, that's going to be a horse collar. Broke out of it as well, but that's 15 yards. One of those shoot yourself in the feet kind of moment.
I mean, Williams had him cold. There's no reason why he grabs like that. You wrap him up with your arms and you bring him down. That was a poor tackle.
McBride on the carry for a short game, but they will take the penalty, and that'll move the ball across midfield into Whalers side and an automatic first down
That's a
for
that's a
Spellman.
20-yard penalty because they had him for a 5-yard
Yeah.
loss. It would have brought it 3rd and 10.
And my math isn't quite right. I should have let you do the adding. It's at the 49-yard line there. So 1st and 10, Spellman gets the first down on the penalty.
Good enough for Spellman, first down.
Romulus, the big receiver, to the short side here. 2 split out to the wide side. Again, shotgun formation. And a quick pass out. And the Whalers are there to stop it behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this time Williams wraps him up. So he learned from that first one. He wraps him up and brings him up. He's a big kid. If he wraps him up like that there, you're going to bring him down and brings him down for a loss. That was almost a lateral. I don't know quite if it was or not.
Yeah, from where we were looking, it looked like a lateral.
Looked like
but
a lateral on our
we'd have to
angle.
see. I think Scott and Mark got a better view of the actual angle of the pass. Nonetheless, a nice stop on first down, bringing up 2nd and 12 for Spellman. Single back in the backfield, fake, and it'll be a couple of Whalers meeting Duffy in the backfield once again. Quickly,
Jeremy
Bennett.
Cass there. He helped bring him down. Again, I'm not sure if that's a broken play or not, but there was plenty of blue shirts there to haul him in.
missed blocks nonetheless. 3rd and 12 now for the Whalers. Clock reading 7:23 and counting here in the first quarter. No score. First possession for Spellman. Whalers unable to move the ball in their first possession. Let's see, we could be facing a pass here. We got 3 wideouts to the short side closest to us. And it is Gallagher in the backfield.
They moved.
Quick snap. And it is a pass caught.
He didn't make
That
it.
is Romulus short of the first down, but could be 4-down territory for Spellman.
I would think so. And I thought they moved.
It did look like movement.
Oh, he's sending out somebody new. Looks like the punter's coming in.
Duffy to Romulus on the pass play, brings up 4th down.
4th and about 3 at the Whalers'
Well,
43-yard line.
They
There's
brought
the
in 2
quarterback,
new
yeah.
guys, but then they talked to the quarterback. So I guess they are going for it. I thought
So let's
one
see
of
if the Whalers can stiffen up here and get the ball once again. 4 wideouts, 2 split out to either side of Duffy, who has a lone setback. I got a hunch he's running this one. And he is met immediately, will not get a first down, stopped short, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Either way,
Ryan
Whalers
Downey.
take over.
Ryan Downey, give him a Tommy point on that one. Ryan popped him right there, boy.
I'm
And,
glad you know what Tommy points are. A lot of folks don't know what those are. Mr. Tommy Heinsohn, God rest his soul, one of the greatest Celtics coaches, players, name it, and a fantastic announcer.
I
of
spent
Celtics
about
basketball.
20 games in the old Boston Garden.
Oh, yeah,
When
yeah.
Tommy Gunner Heinsohn.
Oh, there you go,
Tommy
yeah.
Gunn, because he came up out of Holy Cross as a rookie and just
Yep.
kept shooting.
Yeah,
No,
well.
Cousy would give him the ball and he'd shoot it every time. That was
Whalers take over here, and it'll be Bodden handing it to Blois up the middle, trying to weave his way. He'll get a couple,
The ball carrier.
but that's going to be a tough place for any Whaler runner to go right up the middle there against a big Spellman team. A couple of dudes over 250 there on the D-line and offensive line as well.
Yeah, they get some good size.
They
do.
feed them well up in Brockton.
But number 80 here, right in front of us, looked like he had his hand over the line of scrimmage when he went down. The official was right in front of him. Let me see how he lines up this time. You got a
Yeah, we got a good look at it right here at
perfect view here.
the
Let's see.
45-yard line. Again, 5:40 and counting. No score in the first quarter. 2nd down and 8 for the Whalers. A couple of running backs in motion in front of Mackay Bodden. And it'll be a run-pass option to Blois. Not much doing. Going to push forward for another 2 yards, maybe bringing up another 3rd and long for the Whalers, who have done 4 running plays and a couple of pass plays, although one of them ended up being a scramble for Mackay Bodden.
So
And,
3rd and 8 here. The ball's on that side of the field, Chris, so I have a feeling they might do the rollout coming back this way. As we said,
Yeah.
Garner Ray was a little bit open on
he
the
was
sideline.
open, but the pass was late and short.
So they got 2 receivers coming our way. Let's see if Bond comes this way.
Ray and J.J. Bennett, Blois split out. Nobody in the backfield with Mackay Bodden. Let's see if the Whalers can protect him enough to get a pass off. Looking deep to Blois. And overthrown out of bounds. One-on-one coverage out there, and it was pretty tight coverage as well. And that will bring up 4th down once again, and it looks like the Whalers will punt it away with 4:45 to play here in the first quarter.
They stayed right with Justin there. They tried to believe they were going to do what I was thinking they were going to do, roll towards us with the two receivers, but he stayed right back there. They kept in the blocker there, Shea, so that he had enough time, and he found Boyce down there, but as you say, he was well covered.
Well covered.
Well, Nantucket should win the battle of field position if Justin gets off a decent punt.
He once again looked at it.
He looked.
He hesitated before he punted, and a beautiful punt. Going to bound
Get it before it gets
into
in
the end zone. But he definitely took more than just a little peek at running the ball, so I got a hunch we're going to see that before today's end.
He must have that option.
I'm sure he does.
He must have that option.
I will say I've been to a couple of practices, and I've seen that, where he just takes a look at it and then starts running. Yeah. So we'll see if the moment presents itself. Either way, the ball comes out to the 20-yard line for Spellman as they take over 1st and 10.
The Nantucket downmen didn't expect that type of roll. You know, if one or two of them got down to about the 5-yard line, they could have cut that off, but they'll take it. They get Spellman backed up at the 20.
4 wide receiver set, again, shotgun formation. It'll be back to pass, a quick pass out to the flat. And once again, the Whalers are all over it, led by Justin Zadroga, who came up and made the hit. Maybe a loss of a yard.
Again, that
loss of 2.
Again, that little swing pass. That little swing pass is
kind of
right at the line of scrimmage.
Basically a run play for that guy.
It could be a run instead of a pass, right? We're not doing the stats, so that's
no. We don't have to worry about any of that.
That's not our worry.
Trips to the short side of the field here. Once again, single setback for Spellman. As Jack Duffy awaits the snap, he's going to take it down and run it himself, trying to weave his way through a small hole behind a couple of big bodies there. And he'll squirt forward for about a 4-yard gain, bringing up once again 3rd and long from the 22-yard line now. 3rd and 8 coming up for Spellman.
So another big early defensive stand here for the Whalers. If they can keep them from making 8, no 4-down territory here.
No, they should get good field position if they're able to hold. Once again, 4 wideouts. Got to look for number 88, Juvenson Romulus. He's matched up against Justin Boyce here at the short side of the field. And there it is, to Romulus. He's going to have to do some work, though. There's a lot of blue bodies around him, and he will not get the first down. Snuffed out by a gaggle of Whalers.
A gaggle. So now we have a different option here. Punting the ball.
Yeah.
Do you punt the ball away from Justin?
Well, I don't know if you can get away from both of them. You got Boyce and Bodden, the 1-2 connection out there. Somebody's going to get a handle on it unless they just kick it out of bounds.
Kick it out of bounds, right.
Good snap. Kick is up, end over end, and it is towards the out of bounds marker. Takes a Whaler bounce and will be downed at about the 41-yard line, so not a good punt. Excellent field position coming up for the Whalers.
That's less than a 20-yard punt, right? If they had it at the 23, 24, 41, about a 17, 18-yard punt. So again, I saw him taking like a pooch kick.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go deep.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go deep, so he
tried to angle it, but unable to do so far enough and got a bad bounce as well. So we'll take it. Whalers 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A couple of running backs in the backfield, Blois and Garner Ray with Mackay Bodden. And it'll be Blois running into Bodden, but Nick makes a nice move to the outside. Shifty feet. Sneaks ahead for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, we're in 4-down territory now, too.
Absolutely.
With good field position. So
got to take advantage of these types of situations against a good team.
Be good to get your first down here.
As the clock approaches 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Once again, no score from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Thanks once again for joining us here for the final game of the 2021 Whalers football season. Bodden in that short shotgun formation again. And an inside handoff to Shane. He's got some room up the middle. And blasted by Romulus.
Nice
but got to that safety level before he was able to get touched. Move the change.
First down for the Whalers there. Nice hole. Well, yeah, the line made, and Shea took advantage of it. Took a pop at the end of it.
He did. Kind of ran right into Romulus.
But you are playing football.
That's right. That's right.
This is not volleyball. It's football. Volleyball team won one and lost one.
They did. I was able to catch a little bit of that game. I did the PA announcement for the lineups, and unfortunately went off island and faced the #1 seed, and ultimately came up short. But congratulations to Coach Vasella and his team on a great season. Again, pitch out to Blois. He's got some room to the outside, and he will catch the corner and jump out of bounds as Romulus was after him, but that will be first and goal for the Whalers. Got outside the tackle.
He got outside the tackle, and he made the smart move, get out of bounds.
Don't take a hit today.
Don't take a hit today, you know?
No need. It's just not worth it.
It's not worth the
ultimately.
extra 1 or 2 yards that you might get out of it.
Yep.
You made the first down, you get the ball inside the 10.
Live to battle another day, as they say, right? First and goal from the 8, as heard from PA announcer Chip Clooney. Love that. That's a great announcer name right there,
Chip
baby.
Clooney.
So let's see if the Whalers can punch it in here for the first score of the game. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Blois once again behind Baden in that pistol formation. And that looks like a broken play, but it is Baden sneaking in, and he will score. Oh, real close. Oh, flag on the play.
They're going to have a legal formation or moving too early, one or the other.
Holding is the initial.
That hurts. That hurts big time.
Yeah, that's one of those drive killer penalties, I'll tell you. So now it's 1st and 18, as it was 1st and goal. So the ball.
Now your play selection gets cut in half, maybe 2/3. You're down to.
Especially with the backup quarterback.
So.
Whalers got some work to do here if they're going to get the first score of the game.
What you got to think, though, to yourself and the coaching staff and the quarterback is that we don't need 18 on this play. You know, we get 6,
it's still first
8,
down.
10.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a beautiful hawk. I just saw him land on the light tower over here.
Once again, it is Baden in that shotgun formation. Looking to pass. Got a man wide open. It is Shea down towards the 5-yard line, maybe ahead to the 4. So there's 14 right off the bat.
Great play call.
Wide open over the middle.
And again, nobody's covering him. They're looking at their wideouts. He sort of, I don't know where he lined up there, but he sort of snuck into the middle.
He was
in that the zone. You find the safe spot of the zone. He found it.
He was in that slot position on the right side of the formation and just kind of dragged over the middle and wide open underneath a lot of the second level there. And Blois was also open out in the flat, but wisely Baden chose to throw it to him. And this could be a pitch. Blois going to catch the edge. Touchdown, Whalers!
Yeah, Baden drew the traffic towards him. Justin used his speed in the corner, and once he caught it, it was just a foot race, and he had the speed.
And again, those two guys have been doing that since they were, knee high, and a wrinkle that we didn't really see with Aguilar at quarterback. That real little pitch, option pitch, and those two guys are able to do it in their sleep.
Were they doing that down in Texas when they went to that? Was that where the camp was? In Texas?
It was all over the place, but they went. I don't know if they did that because they switched Baden right to a wide receiver when he went down to that camp. So I don't think he got any snaps at quarterback. And it'll be Blois in for the PAT. And the kick is up and good by a mile over the kids that were standing out there. 7-0. The Whalers put it up with 14 seconds to play here in the first quarter. They draw first blood, 7-0, and took advantage of some great field position as they had to.
That was the key to take advantage of the break you got on that situation there. The bad punt. The forced bad punt, in my mind, is that they didn't want to kick it deep, so they sort of pooched it and tried to get it in between, but it was a bad pooch and took a Nantucket roll after it hit the ground. Yep. And when you set up on the 42 like that there, good things can happen, and Nantucket made it happen.
A couple of nice runs by Blois. Again, a great pass by Bodden through the middle of the formation and caught Caden Shea, which brought it down to the 5-yard line. So they were able to overcome a penalty, one of those shots in the foot. They've had 2 of those already, but we'll see if they can stay away from those things. And obviously, every team's got to stay away from turnovers, to say the least. But a couple of big penalties already for the Whalers. Blois to kick it off. A nice line drive, hops up and taking it about the 3, up to the 5, 10. Whalers are there to cover it, and they will do so. It'll be a long field for Spellman as they made it across the 15 to maybe the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he opted catch it before it went into the end zone and does not get back to the 20. So let's see if the Nantucket defense now can make another stop. This should be one last play here in the first quarter. 7
seconds to play technically in the first quarter here. Beautiful day for football. Couldn't ask for better weather. No wind, what to speak of, really.
Can you believe we're in
rare.
November?
November, I know. So once again, Duffy awaits the snap. He will roll and looking to run again. It'll be a penalty flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here.
So that ends the quarter.
Either way.
The officials will sort it out. I have a feeling it's against Spellman.
Could be an illegal formation, but we have reached the end of the first quarter of play. The Whalers able to put one in right before time ran out here in the first quarter, and they lead it 7-0 here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. Once again, our final game of the season, so thank you very much for joining us all season long. We'll get ready for some winter sports here coming up in December. We got basketball and hockey, some swimming as well. I saw one of our swimmers signed by Sacred Heart. She's committed to swim at the next level, which is always amazing.
That's always excited when
you don't think about it, but it is really a small school that we have here.
Well, one of our former football players, Duart, is playing today at Bryant.
At Bryant,
Bryant's playing Long Island, I think.
I'm not sure if he's playing. He's been hurt because I talked to Jana a couple days as we were checking out the soccer team, which unfortunately came up just short yesterday. The final goal scored with a minute to go. But again, a great season. Coach Brannigan and his squad had a fantastic year. And
don't tell me these officials are going to do this. Don't
so
tell me they're going to do this. They're going to say there's 1 second left.
Penalty left.
I just heard him say 1 second on the clock. Oh my God.
So the officials have the official time.
Let's use logic, sir. Where is the logic? You're going to run one play down there.
Stop the clock with a penalty, and apparently that happened with 1 second to go. So here we are, 1st and 15, as the penalty was against Spellman. A pitch out, and he's got some room to the outside. Ooh, nice open field tackle by number 12.
Murphy.
And now the quarter has come to an end as the kids will once again go all the way down to the end of the field.
Go back and see your coaches, then go up the other end of the field. So,
But Spellman able to get a chunk of that penalty back and some on 1st down.
The clock operator took 13 seconds.
They're going to have to reset that whole scenario.
Put it back, sir. That's not going to work.
So 7-0, our score after 1 quarter of play. A little bit of a, I don't want to say championship fight, but a fight nonetheless. A couple of spars early on, defense holding up. Ultimately, the Whalers were able to take advantage of a short field and punch one in as Justin Blois took the pitch from Mekhi Bodden from 4 yards out, and found the corner of the end zone there for the score. He added the PAT as well. So it'll be 2nd down and about 6 for Spellman as they start the 2nd quarter here.
Nantucket has to feel good about themselves, though. A good quarter, a bigger school.
Yeah.
Division up.
The physicality hasn't overcome them for sure, and there are some big boys on there, but they have held their own in the trenches. And it'll be Duffy once again, just pulling it down, and he's going to run ahead. Ooh, nice hit in the middle. That one we heard up here in the booth.
Yes. That was Shea, I think.
Yeah, Garner Ray, I believe, 18, filling the hole there from his safety position. He's just a good football. He's just an all-around good football player.
Last week, He got hurt in the first half, took his jersey off, sitting there, and it looked like he was out of the game. And no more gonorrhea.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, we're calling his number. I said, how the heck did he get back into the game? He just was sitting right over there.
He's a gamer, that's
with
for
no
sure.
shirt on.
So 3rd and 4, so fell ahead for a few yards was Duffy on the quarterback keeper. He's got a couple of running backs in the backfield, split out to the left side. Throw over the middle, nobody home. I'm not sure who that was for. It was well short of Romulus and well over the head of Grafton, who was dragging over the middle. So it'll be another punt for Spellman as the Whalers are able to hold.
Yeah, Romulus seemed to keep running deep. The quarterback must have thought he was going to break it off and break back to the middle because that ball was thrown to nobody.
Yeah, a miscommunication either way.
Interesting setup they have here for the punt.
A high snap handled and another short punt. Got to stay away from that one as it bounces, and Bodden will let it bounce. And now
Bodden wanted to take it.
I know. It'll go inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line, so it ends up being a good punt.
If that defender, I think, was 1 yard deeper away from it, he would have taken it. But he would have been taking that just as the defender got there, and he made the wise decision to stay away from it.
Still pretty good field position as the Whalers get the ball back here. Their first possession of the second quarter starts at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Once again, they were able to get to the outside. We'll see if they can continue to do so with Blois and Bodden keeping it at the quarterback position. And again, he is definitely more mobile than Aguilar, but able to throw the ball as well.
That's
nicely.
the wrinkle. That's the wrinkle that Spellman has
not have seen,
not practiced for.
So it'll be Shea getting the ball. He's going to try and get the edge. He will cut it up. Looked like he had the edge. A couple of guys out there, Bennett waiting to hit somebody, but Shea cut it upfield for a gain of about 3 on 1st down, bringing up 2nd and 7. Ball resting on the 35-yard line. 10:35 and counting here in the first half. 7-0 our score from a gorgeous Vito Capizzo Stadium.
Good amount of fans in, good amount of students in. No school day for the Veterans Day holiday, but the student body has shown up over there. And
well, hopefully they're all watching us on YouTube.
That's good too. Wave if you see us, girls. Yeah,
they cheer. There you go. See?
Thank you. We're getting
Bodden awaits the
feedback.
snap. Pitch out to Blois. He's got a bunch of white guys to get around. White jerseys, but not able to do so. Spellman had that one covered. I don't know what the heck that play was because there was more white jerseys out there than blue jerseys as far as blockers.
He just had to come to a complete stop there and just about made it back to the original line of scrimmage, so he lost a couple, bringing up 3rd and 10. Not 4-down territory here, so now you got to come up with 10 yards or give the ball back to Spellman. Still a lot of time left here in the half, 9:33 to go.
And again, no reason to risk anything crazy here. You got the lead 7-0. You got a great punter. You can still flip the field here with a punt, but it is 3 wide receivers to the short side. Looks like Blois going out to the flat. Bodden looking out. He's got Casp. He's just going to try and run and get as much as he can. Unfortunately, will be well short of the 1st down, and the Whalers will punt. I got a hunch that play was not designed to go that side of the field, but again, he's comfortable rolling that way with the left.
He took a look. Probably at this level, you only have one receiver you're looking for.
Yeah.
And when that one receiver was caught, not enough time to go looking for another, so he just took off, and not enough room, as you say, to get and turn it upfield. Picks up 1.
Yeah, I don't think he goes through progressions, as they say in the pros. So it will be Blois trying to flip the field here and pin Spellman back. Good snap. And again, he takes a look and gets off a nice punt. That should bounce down towards the Whalers' end, and it will do so inside the 20 all the way to the 13-yard line. Nice punt.
Well, another thing.
He took 2 steps before he got that one off. So
but another
he's
thing,
setting it up.
Another thing about doing that, waiting like that there,
the coverage.
Is you're giving your coverage a lot of time to get down there. So once he did punt the ball, the coverage was right there.
Yeah.
He could not field that ball. return man couldn't field it at all.
I think maybe Coach Chase knows that and doesn't send his guys all the way in, so they're kind of waiting for that play so they don't get down to block. And either way, good coaching on both ends.
And a great punt.
And a great punt indeed. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Motion and a fumble. Ball is on the ground. It looks like Whaler players saying that they got the ball, and they do. As
who's on the
number
bottom of the
55
pile?
comes out with the ball. Ian Williams. He has been all over the place for the Whalers on defense. And with 8:47 to go in the first half, the Whalers are in business deep in Spellman territory.
Big break there. Williams on the ball for the turnover. So there you have your first turnover. Nantucket can get a first down here, just about the one.
We're looking for that end zone, baby. 8:47 to go in the first half. Bodden breaks the huddle with Blois behind him. Garner, Ray, and Bennett split out to the far side of the field. Shea also in play. It'll be Blois up the middle, and he just blasts ahead to about the 5-yard line.
Picks up about half of it. That's all you want. 2nd and 5.
No hesitation, no dancing. Just get it upfield there.
And
call him down at the 6.
As we said, they can probably get a first down at about the half-yard line if they get that close. But they get that close, we want the ball in the end zone.
That's right.
8:20 to go, so time is not a factor in this drive. You don't want to delay a game, guys. Come on, move it, move it.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's move it.
We've already had one here in the first half.
This is a bad.
It'll be Blois split out to the right side now. Motions back to the left side. And a bad snap, but it'll be Bodden weaving his way to the 5. Oh, just barely corralled, saving the touchdown. Got to about the 2-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and maybe 1-ish.
Very, very close. It's a short one, I think.
And there are a lot of options here for the Whalers on 3rd and 1. Up to and including maybe a little play action, and Bodden just rolls out here towards us and catches the corner.
I wouldn't mind seeing going over center and just go straight
ahead.
ahead.
Right up the middle. What happened there? I mean, Blois blasted ahead for about 5 just a play ago.
I can't see
mano a mano here.
I can't see them throwing the ball here at all.
No need. And Ray back in front. Oh, fumble! Oh my goodness. There you go, and it will be the Whalers coming up with it miraculously.
4 different people. 4 different people jumped on it.
Stanley saves the day.
4 different people jumped on it. And it kept going blue, white, white, and blue comes up with it. He may go for field goal now.
Xavier Stanley came up with the ball, but it's all the way back to the original line of scrimmage.
They may go for field goal.
So
yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Might as well get the rep. You know, I mean, you got the lead 7-0, and
make it a 2-score
pretty sure-footed kicker in Justin Blois.
Make it a 2-score game.
So it'll be a 26, maybe 27-yard attempt, call it, from Justin Blois on the left hash mark. Let's see if he could split the uprights here. Plenty of leg. Nice snap. Kick is up.
Looks good.
And good. Nice kick from Justin Blois.
27.
Brings the Whaler lead to 10-0 with 6:07 to play here in the first half.
27-yarder, so Justin has got a touchdown, a field goal, an extra point. Now we need an interception.
Now we need an interception, something on defense.
We need a defensive one.
It might as well give him a special teams one too. Why not? Let's just do it.
Spread it all around.
I mean, he is Mr. Do-It-All for sure. I will miss calling his number on the football field, but we'll call him for basketball. He'll do it all on the basketball court too.
I see a different warm-up. Is this a different center here?
57.
10.
Oh, the quarterback. No, that's Duffy.
Maybe the center's warming up.
That last tackle that he got, he kind of rolled his leg underneath, so I don't know if he maybe got a little hurt.
So they're warming up either a center or a quarterback here, a different guy, yeah. All right, here we go. 6:07 to go. Nantucket with a big 10-0 lead here. But I think, as the saying goes, now you got the Cardinals mad.
Yeah.
Let's see how they respond when they're mad.
We've poked the bear a little bit here, and let's see how they can go. And still a ton of football. The kickoff down to about the 10. Nice return out across the 20 to the 26, maybe 27-yard line. That was a little easier kick to handle and a good return. It looked like Romulus was back there to receive for Spellman as they take over here. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Looking to get something going on offense. Really, the Whalers have had them bottled up. We heard a lot about Jack Duffy coming into this game, but he has not done much. He certainly hasn't gotten anything free and unable to connect via the pass as well. It is Duffy in the backfield. Romulus in motion. He will get a carry, and coming across, he's got some room, and a big boy plows ahead for about 4.
Yeah, he's done that before. He put his shoulder down, went right in there. Picks up about 3 or 4, but you know, that's the way Cardinal Spellman opened the game with a 5-yard pickup on 1st down. Gives them more options, but you know, Duffy hasn't broken any yet.
Yeah, let's knock on some wood or something.
That's my head.
That's my head as well. I got plenty of wood up there as well. Trips to the far side of the field as there's 3 wide receivers. Duffy back to pass, looking deep. He's looking for Romulus. Bodden is out there and breaks it up nicely. Nice defensive play there. Again, he noted when I talked to him before the Vineyard game that he really got into the defense part of his camp that he went to, that you know, All-American, the American football team. And that was one of those plays he was able to get his hands in there and knock it away from Romulus, who was open and had the ball in his hands.
Coming down the sideline, the quarterback threw it. They've run that play a lot, you can tell.
Yeah.
But as you say, Bodden made an excellent play to break it up and save about a 25-yard gain.
Would have been their best play of the day. Now 3rd and 8 for Spellman. It'll be Duffy awaiting the snap and again, the shotgun again. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to run it.
And he's got it.
And he's got a good gain, but just short of the 1st down.
I said he got it, but just as I said that, he got hit, and he's going to come up a yard short. I don't know. Let's see if.
So we'll see. I mean, you got nothing to lose here. You know, might as well go for it, right?
I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, might as well go for it. 4th and about a full yard anyway.
Not the part of the field that you usually go for it, but, you know, it's a non-tournament game. You're down by 10. You don't have any elements against you. You got to say to your kids, we've played, this is our 10th game for Spellman.
Yeah.
We've played 9 other games. You guys can get 1 yard to keep this drive going.
So taking a long time here. Looks like maybe they're going to call timeout here and maybe chat about it. Make sure they got the right lineup. 4:32 to play here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. 10-0. Your Whalers have the lead. They scored on basically the last play in the 1st quarter. They had to run a couple of offensive snaps because of the penalty. And then the Whalers just adding a field goal here in the last minute or so, taking advantage of a Spellman fumble deep in their own territory. And Justin Blois able to boot a 27-yard field goal to put the Whalers up 10-0. And they have pretty much controlled the tempo. They've controlled the line of scrimmage. And the 10-0 score is evident of that.
So again, this is the final game of the fall season.
Yep.
Again, a quick wrap up. The girls soccer did not get into the tournament.
Yep.
The boys soccer, they won last Sunday at home 2-1.
Great game.
Shawsheen, and then lost on the road, as you said yesterday, 4-3, a last minute goal. The field hockey team lost to Lunenburg last Sunday 2-0. And volleyball won last Saturday, but then they lost to Ipswich 2 nights ago, 3-0.
And up the middle, Duffy goes here on 4th down. Going to be close. Looks like they got it, though. About a yard and a half Duffy was able to fall forward for. So the chains will move for Spellman as they convert on 4th and 1. Clock running, 4:15 to play. I mean, very successful fall season. You know, girls soccer, the only team that didn't qualify for the postseason. Obviously, you know, the football team coming up a little short against Cohasset, but, you know, very talented crew out there, and it will be, you know, we will miss the 15 seniors, that's for sure.
And there's no problem to jump on a bus and ride 200 miles to play a game.
No, it's fine.
Kids are kids. What's 200 miles?
Yeah, just ask Lunenburg, man. Those guys are,
Well, our soccer team went 200 miles, and the volleyball team that came from Monument. Shawshing came not quite 200 miles, but Monument Mountain.
Monument Mountain, that was what I was thinking. They're out in the Berkshires, literally the mountains. And it'll be a running play. Whalers able to stop it. Brian Gallagher on the toss sweep. And I don't think he got to the line.
No. They're out in that area, if you know your geography in your head, where you go a mile this way, you're in Vermont. You go a mile that way, you're in New York.
Yeah, they are out there for sure. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10, 3:30 and counting now here in the first half.
This would be a big stop here for the Whalers. If they could stop them here with the 10-0 lead and get that ball back, they could make it a...
Shotgun formation once again. Fake handoff, quick pass over the middle, caught, fumble, and it will be the Whalers recovering.
Let's see if they say it's a catch.
Xavier Stanley once again on the ball.
Might not be a catch. I don't think he made a football move. Let's see. Let's see what they're saying.
It looked like he was able to take a couple of steps. Of course, we don't have replay, but they give him the ball. I mean, that's the play. I mean, obviously that is a bang-bang play for the boys in stripes to make, but that's why they get paid the big bucks. And fortunately for the Whalers, Xavier Stanley able to jump on the ball as the Whalers were aggressively going after it and cause another fumble.
So now 3:10, timeouts in your pocket. You can make this real interesting, even if you get down close enough to try another field goal here.
Ball is on the 42-yard line of Cardinal Spellman, right in front of us here. Our seat is right on the 42.
A straight line.
It'll be Bodden coming out of the huddle all by himself. Blois split out far side. I got a hunch. It's going deep to Justin. Great looking pass. Got to be interference there. That was absolutely a late flag, but no doubt about that he could have gotten to that ball if the Cardinal Spellman defender was not holding on to it.
I got to defend the referee on that one a little bit. He reached for his flag to throw.
Mark that down.
I must be getting old.
It's all right. It's a call for the Whalers, so we'll allow it.
But he reached for the flag and he threw it. That's like the fake throw, and then he reached for it the second time. So the official did see it at first. He couldn't find his flag. Put it that way. Well, I've seen Belichick work for the red flag, red flag in his sock, and not find it a couple of three times.
So that'll give the Whalers 15 yards.
If you were head coach of a pro football team,
10 yards only.
10 yards. If you were a head coach of a pro football team, where would you keep your red flag? Would you keep it in your sock?
My hand. I'd keep it in my hand.
You wouldn't keep it in your sock like Coach Belichick?
I don't know, man. I'd find a different place than the sock.
Where does the head coach of the Browns keep his red flag? Do you know?
I don't know. He hasn't thrown one. He should have thrown a couple.
Let's go. Google it and find out.
I know, right? He won Coach of the Year last year, so wherever he
keeps it is a good
where
place.
He should keep it. All right, it'll be a run. Oh, unfortunately, unable to break the tackle there. Garner Ray, nice tackle by number 1. He is not on our sheet here for Spellman.
I missed the final call on it. They just gave him a 10-yard
10-yard penalty, I guess, for the interference. Or maybe it was just holding.
They must have said
defensive holding.
They must have said defensive holding instead of the interference.
Nonetheless, the Whalers have 2nd and 10 now at the Spellman 30, 2:35 and counting. So time becoming a little bit of an issue as long as the Whalers can get a couple of first downs here. They can get into field goal territory again, but I think they're itching for more.
Too far out for field goal for sure right now. So they'd like to, as you say, pick up at least one more first down.
All right, not in a big rush yet. Bodden gets the snap. There's a semi-fake and a nice, great attempt at the play. He was wide open. Unfortunately, the pass just beyond Garner Ray's reach. That was kind of the similar play that he blocked the kick against Sandwich there, just
wide
laying
open
out.
there. Bodden couldn't get it to him. So a tough break for the Whalers because that would have been close to if he hit him in stride.
He had some room to run.
Would have been able to move upfield. But 3rd down, 4-down territory here. Field goal is not an option at this part of the field unless they really want to.
I mean, Justin's got a leg. I don't know if he's got 47 yards in him.
It would be close to school record area if he does try one from this part of the field.
I've seen him hit from about 40, but 3 wide receivers to the far side, including Blois and Garner-Ray. It'll be Bodden rolling that way, and he will sidearm it, and unfortunately unable to handle it was Caden Shea. He was open again. Tried to run without the ball.
Yeah.
That old trick.
Yeah. Shea.
Chase is belting out about something to the stripes, but I don't know what he's angry about. 2:03 to play here. 10-0 to score as we approach halftime.
Everything's going his way in this drive, and he's doing more yelling in this drive than anyone so far. So I'm confused too.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for us to get confused up here, though. You know, we can't hear everything, and we can only see what we can tell. What we can see.
At least
here.
it won't be dark. I don't think it'll be dark. It could be dark.
We'll see
it might be dark.
the lights on.
I may need a flashlight to find my truck in the parking lot.
4th and 10, and as you said, they are going for it. Bodden heaving it out there. He's got Bennett. Touchdown, Whalers! He is the tallest man on the field. Didn't even have to get up, but a beautiful pass from Mekhi Bodden
right
to
there.
J.J. Bennett. On 4th and 10, no less. A huge play.
That's a
30-yard touchdown pass.
30-yard touchdown. Whoa!
And it was thrown 40 in the air, probably a little more because Bennett sits 6'7", and it hit him above his head.
Well, the 2 defenders that were near Bennett, if you put them on shoulders of each other, they'd be as tall as Bennett. They were looking at his number as he was having his hands in the air catching the ball.
And not an easy catch right into the sun back behind him. High snap for Blois, and that might be 47 yards there. I'll tell you, he crushed that one.
I think he's trying to break one of the windows in that
he
bus
almost
back.
got the bus that time. 1:55 to play here in the first half. 17-0 now. The Whalers up. And that one hurts because the Whalers get the ball coming up in the second half as well, unless something can happen quickly for Spellman.
No, Spellman.
Spellman will get the ball. Actually,
Spellman won the toss. Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Spellman has to be in a little bit of a shock here right now.
I would think so.
They are a much better team than to be trailing 17-0. This game's not over yet, folks.
Yeah.
So don't go celebrating.
In the Island Cup, as well as the Vineyard play in that first half, I mean, they really kept it close. 13-7 was the score. This has been the opposite showing. This is probably one of the worst halves that I think Coach Chase has seen his team play. And they are down 17-0.
They come into the game with a losing record, but they play in a higher division, and all the teams on their schedule.
Yeah. Our Division 6
than
and 5, a couple of 5s in there too.
And West Bridgewater only one loss of the year.
Yeah.
Lost to East Bridgewater, and Spellman beat East Bridgewater.
And a nice kickoff by Blois. Mishandled, unfortunately not touched, and it will be a touchback. How did he not touch that?
Well, I think the official just said he didn't touch it. I think if it goes into the end zone anyways like that, he didn't fumble it into the end zone.
Right, okay.
If you just touch it with your fingers like that, he blows it dead. He blows it dead right away.
Well, and as you noted, in college now you can catch it in the field of play for a fair catch, and you get it at the 25-yard line.
I was amazed when I was seeing that for the first time, trying to figure out. Another thing that I'm amazed at, and I haven't figured this out yet, is they've been given some overtime football scores where the team wins by 18 to 20 points. Last week there was like an overtime win, 40 to 22. How the heck do you win 40 to 22 in overtime?
You shouldn't be able to.
You shouldn't be able to. And I said, that's just a misprint. But then I see 2 or 3 others. So
well, you're the numbers guy.
I might have to leave the booth here and go investigate that.
You are fired up about it, I'll tell you what. It's good to see. We're fired up about the score here. A good gain on first down for Spellman, as it was Gallagher on the run, his best gain of the game. Duffy able to hand it off, but the clock now ticking with 1:23. So you got to think pass here sooner or later.
Yeah, they have a couple of timeouts, but they need a big play.
Duffy with a quick pass out to.
This the guy, yeah. Ooh, that could be a late
Romulus.
hit.
They call him Jovi, by the way.
Jovi.
So Jovi able to get a good gain after a quick pass.
And, you
and again, he is fired up about something. Coach Chase is.
Well,
I don't know, maybe calling a late hit.
One Nantucket kid came in late, but there were already 4 Nantucket kids hit there. So when he jumped on a pile, he was basically jumping on the Nantucket kids first.
And we've seen that a few times. The Vineyard game, they had a couple of those sort of overexcited
Spellman
defenders.
guy, what did you say, Jovi?
Jovi is his name, yeah.
Jovi's on the bottom.
Romulus is his full name. They call him Jovi just because it's easier.
Now I can finally call his name out.
There you go.
I was afraid to spit something out. Now I can do it. Jovi. Come on, Jovi. All of a sudden he's exciting to me now.
Yeah,
Anyways,
6'1", 210. I mean, you said he's got next level type body already at the wide receiver position.
He showed on that play there that he could just bounce a couple people off him and take down the sideline.
Totally.
Luckily, Nantucket had 4 kids there, so he didn't get the extra move. But first down, 108. They probably have 2 timeouts.
I think they'd use one right there, so maybe just one left in Coach Chase's pocket
throwing
there.
The ball down the field again here.
2 wide receivers split out to the far side. Jovi down to the near side, and it will be a run up middle, and nothing doing there. I'm not sure about that call. Going to have to really hurry up.
They call
Once again, Gallagher on the run, but not much doing.
One thing smart, though, is they call 2 plays in the timeout.
Yep, that's good coaching. And it's Cass trying to make it off. Let's see if he sprints off. Just barely makes it off. And a deep throw down the end of the field. And it is Blois blanketing the Spellman receiver. Nothing doing there, but that stops the clock. 45 seconds to play.
If the Spellman quarterback was smart, he would have had the ball centered and caught Nantucket with 12 people on the field.
That's true, because Cass barely made it off as it was.
It was almost like they were waiting for him to get off the field. They would have picked up the 5 yards, which would have been a help to him.
And stop the clock.
And stop the clock.
So 3rd and 10, 45 seconds to play here in the first half, 17-0. Your Nantucket Whalers up big. And this is a mismatch on the bottom. I know Bodden is quicker, but Jovi's got about 6 inches on him. Let's see if they exploit that. Duffy looking over the middle, and that is caught short of the first down. Got to think they're going to go for it, but the clock, tick-tock, keeps running with 37.
He's hurt, so he's hurt. That'll stop the clock.
That'll stop the clock. Looks like maybe a roll on the ankle, but we hate to speculate on anything. Matt Grafton, senior tight end.
He gets himself up, but he's
unable to put some weight on it.
He's madder at himself, I think, than anything. He wants to stay in the game.
Yeah.
He's upset.
Slams the helmet down, and hopefully he is okay, but
does that help?
Looks like maybe an ankle.
Does that help your ankle when you?
I'm sure it does.
I've done a lot of slamming things around, and that doesn't seem to help me.
Well, timeout Whalers here as 4th down approaches Spellman here as they look to get anything going with 34 seconds to play here in the first half, down 17-0. They are on the 45-yard line when we come back from a timeout here, but you mentioned, I got to visit this one because I know you're going to have an opinion on it. The West Bridgewater team, 1 loss, and they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Coach Kogler, very nice guy. I was able to chat with him for a while at our coach's corner, and his team deserved better.
There's something wrong with the system.
His team deserved better.
They finished 6-1. They beat Nantucket.
Yep, a playoff team.
They finished 19 in the same division.
In the same division.
And Nantucket finishes 11 with a 4-2 record. So
I'm glad we made it.
Yeah, but there's something
they
wrong
deserve to make
something wrong with the system when that happens. Yes.
So
all right,
Spellman
block,
punting here.
Looked like
so
they had
a
the
bit
block
of
on.
And downed. As
Bodden
wanted to catch it, but
Justin saying you should have done a fair catch.
Too many white jerseys around.
If Justin's trying to teach Bodden that now in the last game of the year,
he's a little late. He's a little late.
You got to do this. You got to do this.
Nonetheless, the Whalers will take over. I got a hunch. Just take a knee here with 27 seconds to play in the first half. Already up 17-0. It has been a dominant performance thus far. Again, Spellman, no answers for the 1-2 duo of Mekhi Bodden and Justin Blois.
I don't think it's going to be a knee, though. I think they're going to run sort of
a
safe play that has a potential to break.
But they do have 2 timeouts, so you never know. You throw a 50-yard pass to J.J. Bennett like they just did, and things could get interesting.
Hook and ladder, the hook and ladder.
Oh, the hook and ladder, and that will be a turnover as Spellman dives on it, and he had nothing but green if they were able to do it.
The old
little trickery.
The old hook and ladder.
Oh, that would have been fun, but unfortunately now
it's rough.
You're going to have to come up with something on defense with 19 seconds to play. Spellman takes over on the Whalers' end of things.
It's rough when the hook gets banged around before the ladder
The ladder's ready. The ladder was not extended.
Hurry up, hurry up.
One of our Whaler
hurry up.
parents covering the game. We won't mention any names.
Hurry up, hurry up.
But hint, hint, she's a photographer. You may see some things on Facebook coming up. So 1st and 10 for Spellman at the 31-yard line. They are in business again. They've got plenty of firepower. Jovi out to the short side of the field. Blois covering him, looking that way, going deep. Blois is lining it up, however, and overthrown ultimately. Could have maybe been offensive interference. Nonetheless, an incomplete pass with 12 seconds to play now.
Yeah, Jovi,
maybe 2.
Jovi tried to get there, but too far overthrown.
Yeah.
And
fortunately for the Whalers, not a lot of time left. Not a bad place in time to try a little trickery there. Obviously, you've got a long field to go down as the Whalers had there with a little bit of time.
As long as the score stays the same.
Yeah, exactly.
If the score changes before this last 12 seconds tick off, then you have a problem.
Then we got something to talk about again.
And
Three wide receivers here to the
they're going to throw it to the end zone again.
Far side, and again, and Duffy now running it and trying to weave his way, but he will stay in the field of play. Timeout called with about 4 seconds to go. That is the final timeout for Spellman here in the first half. And they will face a 3rd and 4, but that's not really what they're looking to do. This could be another one of those launch it down the sideline, get it into the end zone type plays.
Maybe they're saying, let's show them what our hook and ladder looks like.
Could be. It was open. I mean, Justin had nothing but green, but unfortunately unable to connect on the pitch as Garner Ray was getting tackled. So as we approach halftime here, again, the light fading on the day. We've got some shadows here in the press box on the field. Hopefully you are enjoying the first half here on YouTube. We will get this up on NCTV after the fact. It will be connected to their YouTube channel and get replayed or whenever you would like to play it in your own home.
All right, this should be the last play.
Should be the final. And Jovi now matched up against Bodden on the short side. Got to think they're going to throw that way. Double covered. Goes up for it and incomplete. Got a hand on it. And right at the goal line. Good throw and a nice route, little post route in the middle of the field. And they had it. But unfortunately for Spellman and fortunately for our Whalers fans, it went incomplete. And a pretty confident Whalers team coming off the field here at the end of the first half, up 17-0. A dominant performance, to say the least. As we expected a little more physicality, I think, on Spellman.
I thought Spellman would be a little bit tougher. They have some big boys.
Yeah.
And we heard rumors, but right now Nantucket has stayed with them toe to toe, as you might say, and doing the job.
Yeah, they have definitely controlled the line of scrimmage, which I think would probably had to be Coach Perry's biggest concern. It's almost one of those automatics. You want to control the line of scrimmage no matter what's going on. But they've been able to get outside the tackles with a couple of big plays. The huge pass play to J.J. Bennett in the back of the end zone on 4th and 10. I mean, that is a special play call and a special execution of said play, as we see Coach Tim Saradelis, the offensive coordinator, the last Whaler coach to make his way to the halftime locker room.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And got to be happy with 17-0.
Yeah, that's a big surprise in my mind, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm staying that this game is not over yet, because now I think You have the halftime situation,
Adjustments
the halftime
coming up.
adjustments, and I think the adjustment that Spellman is going to make is I think we got to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So they're going to get out of the running game. The running game has not been good to them. You're going to see a lot of throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Which might stop the clock.
A little surprising to me that they haven't been able to move the ball on the ground.
I thought so for sure with those big interior linemen they have. They have a couple up in the 200th heavy category.
250s, yeah.
Yeah, big bodies for this level football. But no, Nantucket has shut them down. 4 or 5 yards has been the biggest. No, nothing bigger than that. So good for the Nantucket defense.
Absolutely, and again, a testament to Coach Willett and his scheme. He, not a lot of video, not a lot of time to do a lot of, pregame video looking and scouting per se. And, you can see him on tapes against other teams, but you never know how your boys are going to match up. Again, his scheme has worked pretty well. You got to think Duffy's going to air it out a little bit more, as you said, to maybe number 88 there, Jovi. Had a couple of open opportunities, but the Whalers able to deflect passes and get things, those passes incomplete. But offensively, Nantucket has dominated the line. They've stayed away from those runs up the middle, and then it sets it up. So like at the goal line there, Blois was able to just blast ahead for 5 yards without dancing around, because they know once he hits the outside, it's gonzo. You can mark it up, because he is one of those special players that can turn a nothing play into a touchdown very, very quickly. And he has accounted for all the scoring. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. Bennett got into the act with the
snuck in
pass.
with 6, yeah. He got 6 out of the 17, so Justin has 11.
11 total points, and he has led the Whalers in yards, touchdowns, points, because of course he does all the place kicking. And you got to think he's going to be playing at the next level somewhere.
I would think so. As you said, he went to that big camp, and they moved him to wide receiver. So that would cut down on taking as many hits as he takes at this level, because
and he won't be playing defense. Obviously,
you won't be. If you run a pass pattern and they don't throw it to you, you don't get hit. So you might only get hit 6, 8, 10 times a game if you can catch 6 or 8 passes. So that's a whole different thing.
Certainly has the speed. Size is a challenge, but in today's game, you play slot, you can be 5 foot nothing and play slot receiver all day. And he's got special teams at his disposal as well. He can return kicks and return punts. He can kick as well, which is an interesting asset.
You see some little guys catching passes and returning punts, right? That are much smaller than him.
I mean, the Patriots made that position a full-time weapon with Edelman and Amendola. I mean, you name it. They always had.
Wes Welker.
Wes Welker was the first one.
He was a little peanut.
And it is certainly in today's game, on the next level as well. But
is that a jug of Gatorade coming in?
I don't know what that is. Looks like some water. And as we see Carlos Aguilar going in there, unfortunately not playing today, so he's already seen his last action. But we'll see him on the basketball court. I can't wait.
He's only a sophomore, though, so he's got 2 more years. It's tough being a senior here today. But when you're an underclassman, you got something to look forward to.
That is true.
But the first, as you say, basketball, I haven't seen him play basketball because
he's one of my favorite players.
He didn't get much in last year.
On last year's team, he was like the 6th, sometimes 7th guy. Feisty on defense, always came in with a bunch of energy. That's how I used to come in. Yeah, on my team, we had 6 seniors, so I came in and I was that guy. I just disturbed the other team. That's what I would come in and just mess them all up, and that's what Carlos does on the basketball court. He'll get a lot more playing time this year, as obviously he will be one of the star athletes. And speaking of stars, we've got our cheerleading corps out there performing for the crowd and performing for us.
And they have a few seniors that'll be performing for the final time here also.
So we hope you're enjoying today's presentation of Whaler football, a little bit different, not covered technically by our good buddies over at NCTV 18, but we had a lot of fun with them. Excellent crew. Frank Schad was our man at the top there, the director and producer. Great camera operators with Katie and Charlie, and we had a couple of different scoreboard operators. Burton Balkind helped us out a couple of times, and on-field interviews with David Creed from Nantucket Current. I'm sure he's out there. Actually, I see him right there taking some pictures of our cheerleading corps there. See if we can maybe catch up with him later on today, but a lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast, because we're hoping to lay the foundation for something moving forward here, covering Whaler sports, not just football.
Okay, 2:40 to go here in halftime, so the team should be starting to head out. What I a little surprised about, I don't see any Cardinal Spellman fans. There's usually a bunch of fans sitting over in that bench to our left.
True.
Right now the team is using it because I don't see any fans there. Maybe I'm looking across and see if I can pick up some red over in the stands there, but I don't see that either, so I don't know if they have a traveling group with them. I was very interested in the article that was in the Globe today, Monument Mountain, that when the parents and the Booster Club there realized what seed they got,
where they were going,
who they drew, where they were going, they said no. They were going to try to make it a one-day thing.
Right.
And do 200 miles, do a boat, do a volleyball game, do a boat, do another 200 miles. And parents said no. They come up with $1,000. Got them a coach bus, which is much nicer to ride on.
For that long of a trip.
Went down on a Friday. Stayed at the Marriott over Hyannis, where a bunch of us have stayed at certain times.
Perhaps when the weather is, acting up a little bit on the other side.
Slept in, ate at, where'd they eat at? The Italian restaurant there. Which one is it? I forget now.
I'm
but
not sure.
Breakfast at the hotel, and then came over leisure in the boat, and lost 3-2, which I heard was a sort of a controversial point at the end, the last point, in, out, it went Nantucket's way, and they won at 26-24, and they moved on, but did not advance to the next round.
But a good squad for Coach Pacelli. Again, a few seniors on that team, and overall very successful. Had a nice run in mid-season there, ripped off about 4 or 5 wins in a row. And they just, they did go up and face the #1 seed at Ipswich, and were competitive, but unfortunately were unable to even win a set. Lost that match 3-0. Again, just a good showing overall for all the Whaler sports teams, and again, a tough pill to swallow there with the boys soccer team. We had a nice crew that went over up to and including Travis Lombardi, our athletic director, who's done a fantastic job taking over for Chris Morey.
First season for Travis.
I mean, really, the Island Cup, hosting the Island Cup was a big deal, and a lot of activity, and again, some home playoffs, some home postseason activity as well, and got us an extra game here.
Got us an extra
game.
That's
but he traveled over. Obviously, has a player on that team, and 1:18 to go. They finally got one in, but a 4-3 game overall. So Coach Brannigan's got to be proud of the boys, and David Lemos is that dude. He's going to be playing at the next level for sure. He's going to play soccer somewhere. We have not heard the last of him, because I did the PA announce the lineups for the other game that they hosted here and won, and he had a Beckham, like a bend it like Beckham shot that was a laser from the top of the circle there, and no chance for the goalie. He was looking one way and the ball went the other way for the first goal for Nantucket. It was incredible to watch.
Something interesting happening on the field.
Yeah, what's going on here?
The clock went down to 0. Spellman went out for the kickoff, and then all of a sudden they put 3 minutes back on the clock, and the Nantucket workout coach, I
Yeah.
call him. The new guy
Yeah.
is got them working out down there. And now the Spellman coach has gone out to the officials and asking them what's going on.
Yeah, Keith Hirschman is the coach that
Keith
does this little
Hirschman. Sorry.
warm-up regiment.
Sorry, Keith, that I
Yeah, no,
couldn't
it's
get
all
to your
good.
name in a hurry.
It's all good. It is quite the regiment, and he has them, almost military-esque out there. But gets them warmed up nicely. And Coach Chase is still
He's
still barking in the ear.
He's having a discussion. He wants the ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't want Nantucket to
Well,
do cows over there in the end zone.
they most certainly have a uphill climb. Cardinal Spellman down 17-0. They will get the ball back, so if they can punch something in here and get something on the board, they will be back in the game. But as we've noted, the sort of that first possession of the second half tells a lot.
Yeah,
really.
If Spellman's going to make a game of it, they got to string together some first downs and and hopefully end with a 6 points on the end of it.
But
Let's see what the coach says here.
yeah, see if we can listen in. He's just kind of challenging their
style of
football.
warming up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just challenging what they have brought here thus far in the first half, and it hasn't been much, to be honest. So he's right. Just get out there and hit the guy in front of you. I mean, it was no nonsense. And again, as a young guy, Coach Chase is.
I've never seen a team get a delay a game starting a half here, but Nantucket's bordering it here. I know that.
So Nantucket will kick off from left to right on your screen. Spellman is awaiting as Jovenson Romulus will await the kickoff. And I got a hunch we're going to be calling his name a little bit more here in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have to open it up and get away from the power running, which they try to establish. Down 17, you can't keep that up. You got to go to your playmakers, and he seems to be one of their top playmakers.
Definitely. Yeah, they've tried to run Gallagher up the middle, not effective. Zach McBrine's gotten a couple of carries and has been basically ineffective. And the Whalers have owned the line of scrimmage on both ends, offensively and defensively. So it is Mr. Do-It-All, Justin Blois, to kick it off here to begin the second half. Whalers up 17-0. And a good end-over-end kick, bounces, and it will be returned 10, 15, 20, 25. And it'll be about the 26, 27-yard line, depending on where they spot forward progress.
Yeah, looking for a little room
Spellman.
there. JJ, a junior, 5'8", little guy, 145. Try to jump around and find a hole. But now
Good return.
It's up to Spellman's offense. They got to string together some first downs here. Get some life back into their offense.
So let's see what kind of adjustments have been made by Coach Chase and Coach Perry here to begin the second half. It'll be Jovi split out against Blois on the far side. No one in the backfield, but a handoff up the middle. And again, not much doing there for Cardinal Spellman.
That play call surprised me.
Especially first down. You think maybe you catch somebody snoozing off the first play, do a little play action and see if you can get something deep. Get your boys into it a little bit.
Almost
but
a giveaway there, so now it's 2nd and 9.
$17-0 our score. Duffy awaiting the shotgun snap, and he will hand up the middle. Handoff up the middle again. Gallagher trying to get something going for Spellman. He falls ahead for a couple more, bringing up 3rd and 7. Not what we expected from Cardinal Spellman thus far. 2 runs right up the middle where there has been very little room for Spellman runners.
You do that one more time, you're going to be punting to Nantucket.
First possession here, the second half. Once again, Blois matched up with arguably the most talented wide receiver Jovi Romulus. And they're looking his way, rolling out. Duffy's got him. Good pass and a nice catch on the sideline for a first down for Spellman.
Yeah,
A little quick out, good route, and giving him lots of room there was Justin Blois.
Yeah, Justin figured he was going down the sidelines, and he just broke it off. He ran enough. He ran the 10 yards to get the first down. You hate when a receiver runs a yard short.
I know, right?
It does that, but he was smart enough to get enough yardage, break it off, and keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah, nice little tiptoe on the sideline there. So first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And Spellman teammates urging their boys on as it'll be Duffy up the middle, and he's got a little bit of room now. Breaks another tackle and gets about 5 on first down.
Yeah, Duffy
a high tackle once again, close to that horse collar scenario, but
Duffy showed a little toughness there, and done a little twisting, and Nantucket was there to keep him intact unless he twist away.
Second and manageable amount now, 2nd and 5. It'll be Duffy with Romulus split out far side. And a handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Casp saying hello in the backfield.
Big tackle there by Jeremy.
McBride trying to get into the mix, but Jeremy Casp wrapping him up with his big wingspan. Can't wait to see him on the basketball court as well.
So 3rd and 6 about, and look for a similar play. They run that play a couple, 3 times in a row. Then he will go sideline, but I think they'll run almost a similar type play because that looked good last time.
One-on-one matchup outside with Blois against Jovi, and they are looking that way. He's rolling. Tipped pass, same play exactly, and falls just on that first down marker. So again, another quick sideline route and a first down for Spellman.
They are trying to set Nantucket up.
Yep, that's going to be the up and go.
I'll say they might run it one more time and then have them go.
Again, with a 17-0 lead, you can't blame Justin for giving him a little bit of room there. And he is matched up one-on-one out there, so no help. And now this side, you've got Mekhi Bodden with a slight size disadvantage. But once again, a handoff up the middle, a little bit of room. As McBride falls ahead for about 5, maybe 6 on first down.
Well, Cardinal Spellman feels confident doing what they like to do, even though they're down by 17. You can do it when you still got time on the clock. Still 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, but you got to end this now.
Yeah, this has got to end in a score.
Touchdown. If it doesn't end with a touchdown, you've taken a lot of time off the clock and no score with it.
Once again, Blois matched up against Romulus, and it is going to be Duffy running up the middle. He's got a little bit of room and dives ahead for yet another first down for Spellman. This is by far their best offensive drive of the game. First and 10 at the Whalers' 35-yard line. They are on the move and are chewing up some time doing it. 7:30 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. First drive of the 2nd half.
Well, the Nantucket defense is probably one first down away from the coach calling a timeout and talking to them. Let's see what happens on this 1st and 10.
Duffy up the middle, and that is immediately met by Almonte, I believe, filling the hole there. No, 51, sorry, not 11. Ryan Downey coming up the middle and bringing the wood, as they say. 2nd down and 10, no gain.
Pops him right at the line of scrimmage. Stops him in his tracks. So are they going to wait for 3rd down to pass, or are they going to try it here on 2nd down?
We'll see.
Jovi's going out there.
Far side of the field. Single setback for Spellman. Low snap, and it'll be a handoff. McBride again. Gang tackled in the middle. Not much doing there. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. 3rd and long.
Okay, did they go
cover 88 on the out.
Do you think they're going to do the out one more time?
One more time,
or
you
the
called
out?
it.
No.
One more time, you called it.
I think they're going to do the out
we'll
one more time.
We'll see if they've already set them up enough or whether they got it. Well,
it's
going to be against Mekhi Bodden if it does. Romulus to the Short side of the field on our end here. Duffy awaits the snap, and that will be a false start on Spellman. That'll cost them 5. We'll see if it changed their play call. 3rd and 14 upcoming as a bit of motion costs Spellman 5 yards.
Number 32, Kenyon Port, and their
Clock stops with 6:02, still 17-0. First drive of the second half. Spellman on the move. We'll see if they can overcome the penalty here on 3rd down, but obviously 4-down territory.
That's for sure. But they're keeping Jovi on this side of the field. They've had their success on the other side.
Snap to Duffy, it's a good one. Facing a rush over the middle, and it is caught by Romulus.
Not enough, though.
Not enough for the first down. Nice tackle by Bodden. He was in pretty good coverage, but just a better catch by Jovi.
The penalty hurt because it
That would have been a first down.
Might have been just enough without the penalty.
Because it is 4th and about 5, maybe 4, but about 5 yards.
So they got to
and
do
Spellman obviously going for it here.
They have to throw it again. I can't see them running it.
Not enough sustained success to do it on 4th and 5.
4th and 5 would be a tough
Got to
run.
think some sort of run, maybe a rollout. But again, they have had success throwing to Jovi now. Bodden with an inside track, maybe trying to keep him on the inside. Again, looking for him, and it will be caught.
Boy, has he got a nice
is
pair of hands.
A good player, and that will be a first down.
Does he have a nice pair of hands or what? He knew Bodden
was
was
traffic,
going to stick
yeah.
him. Bodden was going to stick him. He left his body on Bodden, and he used just his hands to catch that ball. You don't see that from a high school kid.
And at 6'1", 210, he was able to leverage against Mackay Bodden, a little shorter than that and certainly a little smaller size-wise, and they have exploited that.
I would forget,
Do it again?
I would forget running on first down here.
But what do we know? It is Duffy taking it right up the middle for a whole lot of nothing. It's 2nd and 10.
You don't want to go to Brockton to be coach of the team?
I'm all set. I don't need to go anywhere else. I'm good right here. This is home for me, baby.
Is your truck still out there, or did somebody ride away?
No, we got it. Keys are in it, though, if you want it. There's a nice Ford Ranger over there.
All right, so they did their
The run up the middle.
pathetic first down run. Now they're going to come back with a possible second down run. And then
4
they throw the
minutes.
ball, and they look like a great team.
Under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter, opening drive, and it has been a nice one for Spellman. And it's Jovi out there again. Blois able to make a break on the ball and break it up, however. Nice defense by Justin Blois. Not as good a pass by Duffy as well. Looked like it was going to be a tough catch for number 88, Javenson Romulus. Thank goodness we can call him Jovi.
He was laying out for that one. He couldn't have caught it standing up.
3rd and 10. Once again, the Whalers are going to have to stop him on 2 downs here because it is obvious 4-down territory as Spellman down 17-0. 3:44 to play in the 3rd quarter. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Duffy now running it. No, it is an option. First time we've seen that play. And fumble! Oh, luckily and brightly, Spellman's McBride jumps on it, actually gets a yard out of it.
Yeah, he got popped in the middle there. Ball came out, but Spellman covers it and brings up 4th and about 6.
4th and 6 from the Whalers' 16-yard line, and there's your timeout, as you noted. But Spellman takes
Spellman
it. Interesting.
calls the timeout. Yeah, they want to
make sure they get the right play call here because, as you said, if this drive comes up empty.
If this drive comes up empty, they've taken what, 8 minutes.
8:43. You're the math guy, but
it's
8:43
going to
of
be
it.
9 minutes by the time this play is over. So they're going to use up 9+ minutes, and if they come up with 0 points, they.
It doesn't put the nail in the coffin, but man, that is deflating to say the least. If they don't get some points out of this, they don't need a touchdown, but because they can't get 9 out of a touchdown.
I doubt if they're talking to the field goal kicker.
I hear you. I hear you.
Was that our cameraman who just left the booth? Or?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it was. But we got Charlie up here. He's hanging out. So we'll see what Spellman's got cooked up here for 4th down. 4th, and as Dick noted, about 6.
Okay, they
Single setback, Jovi out to the far side of the field. Duffy rolling that way. And it is the up and out. Double covered. Fantastic catch for a touchdown. Wow, what a catch by Jovenson Romulus at the back of the end zone, tiptoeing. I mean, that's a pro catch.
And Nantucket had a second
Double
defender.
coverage.
Second defender to come on. I thought the second defender was going to catch the ball.
Just as J.J. Bennett broke through double coverage to score a touchdown, Jovenson Romulus puts his mark on this game with an incredible catch at the back of the end zone.
Okay, they do have a kicker, so this is important.
Kick is up and good. 7 points come from that drive. That took up 8 minutes and 50 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Spellman back in the game, however, 17-7 our score. And the Whalers haven't even touched the ball yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of time off the clock, but Spellman got exactly what they wanted, points. Now it's a 2-score game. Now they're going to ask. Now they're going to ask the defense, give us a 3 and out, and we're cooking.
And up here in their heads, they now think that they can play with this team. You know, whereas in the first half, Nantucket had its way and forced its will upon Cardinal Spellman. We'll see if the Whalers can answer here with a scoring drive of their own. Could happen on the kickoff unless they decide to kick it short once again.
Yeah, we'll see where the kickoff goes. They certainly don't want to kick it to Justin.
3:10 to play here. We got ourselves a ball game, 17-7 now. The Whalers up 10 points, receiving the kickoff. And a nice little pooch again. Casp let it go surprisingly, and unable to move it forward was Mackay Bodden, I believe.
Yeah, Bodden jumps in there. Good thing Bodden was there because that's a free ball, guys.
Yep.
It's not a punt.
And the Spellman sideline is a little fired up as they see that dangerous word, hope. 36-yard line, or 31-yard line is where Bodden was tackled. And that's where the Whalers will begin their first possession of the second half.
Well, the worst possible thing besides the turnovers would be a 3 and out. They want to take some time off the clock, string together a couple of first downs themselves.
Boyce unable to get out of the grasp of the Spellman linebacker, and they are fired up. Number 65 on the tackle, that's Evan Malik. Actually a lineman in there, so somebody missed a block, and Blois lost 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and long.
Yeah, he's good size for an offensive line, 6'1", 205. He has good agility, as you said, to get off his block and catch Justin.
J.J. Bennett split out to the short side of the field. It'll be a fumble.
There's your turnover.
And Spellman has the ball.
Yeah.
As Blois unable to get the handoff. And that was exactly what the Whalers did not need.
We have a ball game now.
Spellman is fired up. The Whalers looking a little lackadaisical.
Yeah, Nantucket come out of halftime not fired up. And whatever the coach said to the squad, if you remember, Spellman went out to the field to receive the kickoff. All of a sudden, they put 3 minutes back on the clock. Nantucket went down and started doing cows. The coach called the team together. We couldn't hear what he said, but we knew he was talking about that because he kept looking back at Nantucket warming up.
Duffy hands it off. Now, McBride able to grind his way through some possibly tired defenders now that they've played basically the whole 3rd quarter on defense. A first down run for McBride, his best.
That's the best run of the day. Best run of the day for Cardinal Spellman. Probably the best
Certainly
run of the day
for McBride, but probably the whole game. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the Whalers' 12-yard line. A keeper up the middle. Again, keeping those legs churning. Moving ahead for about 3 or 4.
Now a field goal is a real possibility because a field goal makes it a one-score game.
17-7 our score. Now 1:30 and counting left in the third quarter. Obviously quick moving because Cardinal Spellman has had the ball the entire quarter. The Whalers have only run 2 plays, fumbling on that second play as Blois unable to handle the handoff.
And they're keeping the ball on the ground, and when they do throw it, they catch it and keep it in bounds.
And it'll be a pitch out. Nice read by J.J. Bennett.
Oh!
Breaking the tackle, however, unable to wrap him up, but a couple of other blue helmets there to help wrap him up. But an excellent read. Sort of tried to juke and juked Duffy into pitching it. And then he was able to read that runner and ultimately make a tackle in the backfield, bringing up 3rd and long.
Not too often can you do both.
Right.
He made the quarterback pitch it, then he gets the pitch man.
40 seconds now left in the third quarter. Quarter that has been owned by Cardinal Spellman. 17-7 our score. Spellman looking to get another score and dent into that Whaler lead. Duffy back to pass, and he will come under pressure and sacked ultimately. Couple of guys in there, Ian Williams. And once again, J.J. Bennett off the end. Huge sack, bringing up 4th and long now. 12 yards to go for a first down. I think it might be outside that field goal range
let's
as well.
Let's see what kind of faith they have in a field goal kicker.
They will have to think about it as we have reached the end of 3 quarters of play. Things are getting interesting here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. The Cardinal Spellman team has put up a touchdown here in the third quarter and are on the doorstep, but face a huge 4th down when we come back to play here.
But Nantucket only ran 2 offensive plays. One, I think, for a loss, and one on
the fumble.
So third quarter is all Spellman.
I don't know if Coach Chase had a script that he was writing there for the third quarter, but I got a hunch that's pretty close to how he scripted it.
Well, if he wants to do the field goal, he's got a lot of time to think about it.
He does.
But I think they're going to run a play, so this is huge here now. They need 11.
Yeah.
Nantucket needs a stop.
And they have forced a couple of turnovers already against Nantucket, so got to think he's got some more confidence in that defense. Obviously, they forced one just a moment ago. That is how this drive began. And we'll see if the Whalers can come up here big.
If Nantucket can stop them, that'll get a little life back in them anyways.
It's a huge play here either way. 4th and 11.
Got to cover 88.
On the 20-yard line.
Jovi's the guy.
He's in a slot formation here. Pressure. Pass deep into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Woo! Big time.
Garner Ray lined that one up. And it was right to him. All he had to do was catch it. A huge stop for the Whalers.
And he even picks up some yards by intercepting it, because sometimes you're taught to knock it down on 4th
mathematician
down.
there, coming up with the yardage. I love it. Well, a huge turnover.
Everybody thinks you got to get yardage when you have first down. And
That's
10,
right.
But there's other ways to pick up the yardage. There he picks up, what did he pick up? 12 yards by catching it? Because they bring it out and mark it at the 20.
So 1st and 10 for the Whalers, a huge turnover, obviously stopping the drive. And
you can't have a 3 and out here now.
Yeah, or a turnover again.
No.
I mean, they got to
turnovers
do something here. Deep in their own end at the 20-yard line. Baden with Blois in the backfield, right behind him. And it'll be a fake handoff. Baden cutting upfield. He's got some room. A nice run as Makai Baden sneaks ahead for about 8 on first down.
Good first down run there. Nice little seam.
They give him
2nd and short. Now, if you want to take a shot, here's a good down to do it.
17-7, the Whalers lead. Just the beginnings of the 4th quarter, and things were mighty interesting there. A huge 4th down interception in the end zone as Garner Ray squeezed it, thwarting the drive by Cardinal Spellman.
They didn't go to Jovi in that. Interesting.
I know.
Jovi was
A decoy there, yeah, in the slot position, but J.J. Bennett out here. He's got some safety help. Blois now to the other side of the formation. And it'll be Bodden once again pitching it to Blois, who catches the edge, breaks a tackle, and gets the first down for the Whalers, a much-needed
they
first
needed
down.
They needed that. They did not want to go 3 and out, so they moved the chains. That's good. Now they got another 4 downs. Now, you know, it was early into the 4th quarter, but you keep watching the clock now.
Yeah, he did go out of bounds, but it doesn't stop the clock.
Let's go!
So the Whalers will have a 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. So now they can take their time getting out of that huddle.
2 men split over here towards us.
J.J.
2 in the
Bennett,
backfield.
Garner Ray. And it'll be a handoff to Blois. Breaks free of one tackler and falls forward for maybe a yard. Not much doing there, though. Although it does keep the clock rolling.
Now you're starting to keep an eye on the clock. 2-score game. Nantucket would love to keep it that way.
It's hard because you don't want to play to just win. You know what I mean? You want to keep aggressive. You want to stay aggressive on offense.
Well, you want to string together 4 first downs
one more score here, and this thing is definitely over.
One more score would be great, but you string together 4 first downs here.
Yeah.
That's going to bring the clock down.
Yeah, if you can flip the field. A pass. Bodden going to pull it down here. He is in trouble. And now wisely throws it to the ground. Caden Shea, the intended receiver. An incomplete pass, avoiding the sack there.
Yeah, he saved about 6 yards because he would have been sacked deep in the backfield.
And again, his mobility right there made something out of nothing. And he was asking Caden Shea to kind of go a little further. He had an open area of the field. J.J. Bennett was deep. I think that was the intended receiver, but good pressure applied by the line of Cardinal Spellman, forcing an incomplete pass in 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 here. Clock stops with the incomplete pass at 9:58 left to play in the 4th quarter.
So unless they get the 9 yards, Cardinal Spellman is going to get the ball back here.
So Whalers break the huddle. 3 wide receivers to the far side, the short side of the field. Bodden by himself. It'll be Blois cutting across the formation, and they're looking his way, but it'll be Bodden pulling it down. He's in trouble now. And falls ahead, eventually going out of bounds, short of the 1st down at the 45-yard line. 40-yard line, excuse me.
Yeah, you can't gamble here. You're going to have to punt it. 4th and about 4.
They do say the clock keeps rolling as he was tackled right at the sideline, but stayed in bounds wisely, really, if that was on purpose.
Yeah, the whistle was blown before they finally pushed him out of bounds, so that's a benefit for the Whalers, keeping the clock moving. But 9 minutes, they're going to get the ball back.
And a dangerous return man back there as Jovi, number 88, Javenson Romulus, who has the lone touchdown.
Let's put a time clock on Justin to see how long he looks.
This one could be in it. This one could be one.
See how long he looks before he takes the kick.
9:03 to play.
Ooh.
And an excellent punt. Wow, a blaster. And
he stopped it.
Ian Williams gathers it up at the 16-yard line. No return.
Yeah, Williams grabbed it. I think that had
a little more roll, maybe.
A little more roll. But I'm looking back here. I mean, that was pretty close to being blocked.
Yeah, he almost held it a little too long.
Justin held it. He wasn't going anywhere, but he held it and gets off a great punt.
Yeah.
Changes, as you say, field position.
Flips the field.
Now, 8:53 to go. Again, now Spellman's got to move the ball and get something out of it, down by 2 scores, 10
actually
points.
Right at the 20-yard line again. Handoff up the middle, not much doing, maybe a yard, maybe 2, depending on the spot. 8:45 and counting, 17-7 our score. The Whalers haven't scored here in the second half.
Well, I thought Spellman would completely abandon their running game, but they haven't, and it's shown success so far. in the third quarter, going into the fourth now.
We'll see what Duffy and the offense has lined up. Jovi out to the far side of the field, closest to us here in the booth. And it is a quick pass to him. Blois up there, a couple of blocks, and he breaks some tackles and ultimately blasted down very close to first down yardage. We'll have to see where they spot it. They're going to give him the first down.
Oh, wow.
A very generous spot there.
I didn't think he made it. I was going to say that he didn't have it, but
it looked short to me as well, but I guess that's why we're up here in the booth. First and 10 across the 30-yard line. 7:40 and counting now in the fourth quarter. Spellman looking to get back in this with a couple of scores. A pitch out, and Cass, amongst others, jumping on top of Brian Gallagher, the Spellman runner, but he falls forward for about 4, maybe 5.
So second and maybe 4. So second and 6, he made it 4. 13 comes out.
That was the ball carrier Gallagher. Again, 2 wide receivers out. Run up the middle. Not much doing for McBride, and again, an attempt at ripping that ball out. Garner Ray in on the tackle.
So
he is one of those very flexible defenders, can play almost any position, maybe not lineman, but he can play linebacker, inside, outside, any of the cornerback positions, safety as well.
Tough kid. So another big third down here. I don't know if they're in 4-down territory.
You got to think down 2 scores, though, with the clock approaching 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
It'll be a tough decision if this pass is incomplete.
Duffy will pass, and it'll be Jovi.
There
nice catch. First down yardage, excellent route.
Same route.
That quick out has been there all day, and we have
it's almost like they've
been unable to stop it unless Duffy throws a bad pass, which happened only once so far in the second half.
You almost have to say, why don't they run that play every time? It's just, he's got great hands.
And a quick huddle here.
He's got great hands.
As now 6 minutes the clock approaches. It'll be a run. Spinning and twisting for extra yards is Duffy.
You wonder how many touchdowns Duffy has scored this year when he gets first hit like that and does that spin. He does it so automatic.
YAC, I believe they call it, yards after contact.
There has to be a couple of touchdowns this year where he's got hit, popped at about 5 or 6 yard gain, and all of a sudden he's in the into the secondary, running home free.
So 2nd and 6, he got 4 on the extra twist. Let's keep an eye on number 88. See if they pass it. They will. Quick pass out to the flat, and the Whalers able to get their fumble. Bodden was able to get on the ball and recovers it as well. Excellent play by Makai Bodden on defense.
Yeah.
Turnover, Whalers.
You don't want to say that was bad coaching. Maybe you're giving Jovi a breather, because all Jovi did on that play was take 1 step and stop. He knew it was going the other way, catching his breath. So you go back to the other side of the field. You don't go to your safety, your sure guy. It's a team sport, so you get everybody involved. But they pay for it. Nantucket takes over here now, and they would love a score, but if they can string together 2 or 3 first downs, this clock is going to be down to about the 2-minute mark.
Coach Chase is going to have to use some timeouts if they were able to get a couple of first downs. Brian Gallagher, the Spellman ball carrier, out of the backfield that put it on the turf. And an inside handoff to Caden Shea. He's got some room to run. First down yardage.
It's going to be close.
For Nantucket. Nice call there. That misdirection.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I like that play.
Guess they call it just short of the first down. Not as generous a spot
no.
as the Spellman guys got. Nonetheless, 2nd and a short 1. Lots of options, and the Whalers can kind of take their time here as the clock approaches 4:50 left in the game. A 17-7 Whalers advantage. A couple of cuties out in front of us
yeah,
here, Dick.
Scott's
Young
too.
Whalers fans, and it's Blois on the pitch. He avoids one runner and picks up, tried to tiptoe down the sideline, but picks up first down yardage.
Well, this little guy over here is Vito Capizzo II.
Yes, a couple of
yeah.
Capizzo youngsters down there.
So that's a good luck charm.
Good first down, but unfortunately the clock does stop as Blois was unable to keep it in play, had to go out of bounds, tiptoeing on the sideline. So 4:28 basically acts as a timeout for Spellman.
Yeah,
but
one more first down will get it down to about the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
We don't have a 2-minute warning, but the 2-minute mark on the clock. So
you got to think about timeouts here maybe for Spellman.
Spellman will start using them.
And a nice fake. Baden with a pass. Had him, hit him in the numbers. And unfortunately,
surprised with that play.
Garneray unable to haul it in.
Spellman coach said the clock was running after the play.
4:14 to play here in the game, 17-7 the score. Nantucket doing all their scoring in the first half, as Spellman was able to basically hold the ball for all but 2 plays, so maybe a minute of the third quarter. They did score their lone touchdown and had it down at the Nantucket, deep in Nantucket territory. Garneray with a huge interception in the end zone on 4th down. Shea with the carry here to the right side, cuts it up and gets blasted out of bounds.
I think
but
it's
a good carry.
Close enough for the first down. See where he went out.
It will be 3rd down.
I don't understand that timeout.
They
That's a waste of timeout in my mind.
maybe said he wasn't out of bounds. So 3rd and about 7 for the Whalers. 3:58
he was
left to play.
He was clearly
Looked out of bounds to me, but
clearly out of bounds. You never know when you're going to use your timeouts, but I would have used one while the clock was running and not
and that's
while the
actually
clock
his
was
second
stopped.
timeout, because they used one on that first drive on 4th down and got a conversion out of it, and ultimately leading to that incredible catch in the back of the end zone there.
But
by
sometimes
Jovi,
timeouts are used
Yeah.
for your players to catch
catch a
his
breath,
breath,
catch a
and
breath,
maybe
yeah.
that's what he's thinking here. He knows he needs some magic now. 3:58. He needs 2 scores.
And you had the spot more accurately. It's 3rd and about an inch.
Yeah, he was
he was real
close.
close.
He was close on that. So Nantucket definitely in 4-down territory. I don't think they'll be throwing in this down, but who knows? Who knows?
It'd be a lot easier if we could predict the future, I'll tell you what. It'd be a lot easier. So a huge 3rd down nonetheless, as the Whalers look to put a stamp on this final game of the 2021 season with a big W here at home. Blois gets the handoff, gets first down yardage, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, that will do it, folks.
That will just about do it, and likely.
All what Nantucket has to do now is not put the ball on the ground. We
Yeah.
might having some lights come on there. I don't know. I see the AD.
Pretty close to Thursday night under the lights here. That'd be fun to finish it off.
They put the lights on. We can put that on our resume.
That's right.
There they go.
Oh yeah, there we go, kids.
We did a Thursday night game.
Thursday night football. We're hoping you are enjoying things here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. Chris Morris along with Dick Herman. Whalers looking to wrap it up here as the clock continues to run. 3:15 to play. Baden going to keep it himself, weaving and bobbing his way. Finally tackled at about the 5-yard line. Bringing up 2nd down. They can get a first down again without scoring a touchdown.
Did you ever watch the series on TV, the Friday Night Lights?
Oh yeah,
Connie Britton?
yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, that whole scenario was based on some magic here on Nantucket.
They're going to do another one.
Oh, there you go.
They're
Nice.
going to do another series, and it's going to be based upon a 2015 Del Rio, Texas.
Yeah. Another hawk flying across the screen here.
Yeah, he's a beauty. He
hanging
likes
out.
those light towers.
Maybe feasting on some Spellman Cardinals.
Well, I think he just said it's about time they put the lights on.
Yeah, right? I need to see some stuff here, Travis. 3:04 to play here in the fourth quarter. Once again, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you, Mr. Herman.
Oh,
Hope we can do it again here very shortly.
I've enjoyed it immensely. I thank you and NCTV for putting this together, and looking forward to some winter games.
Absolutely. Should be, again, as successful as this fall season is. Those same athletes are going to be playing a lot of sports in the wintertime.
We'll know their names. I'll have a different number, maybe.
That's true.
Some of them may
well,
have
Justin and Mackay probably not.
They'll probably have their same numbers, right. We may not see an 88 on the basketball court.
That's true. That's true. 2nd and 2, call it. It'll be Blois kicking it to the outside. Let's see if he can get in. He does. Jukes his way for one more Whalers touchdown.
A 13-yarder for that one.
Well, I know it's not official, but we're going to have to pick an MVP, my friend.
Well, I'm going to give you my
you
three.
Give me 3.
I'm going to give you my 3 stars. I'm going to go with my number 3 star to 22, Caden Shea.
Caden Shea, one of our captain
he's going to share
seniors.
that. He's going to share that with number 51, Ryan Downey. So I'm going to have 2 number 3 stars.
There you go.
My number
Get
2
as many
stars,
as you can in there.
My number 2 star is going to go to Jerome Bennett.
J.J. Bennett with the
huge
touchdown catch.
My number 1 star is going to go to Justin Boys as
Justin
he gets ready
Boys.
to kick this one through.
He has now 17 points in the game, looking for his 18th point with the PAT here. Mr. Do-It-All, Justin Blois, I mean, had no business scoring on that play.
No,
he busted it outside, then cut back in, juking out about 4 different Cardinal defenders.
That's one of the moves he makes.
Kick is up and good.
He's playing against some defenders who are pretty tired.
Yeah.
Those guys are pretty tired.
Oh, yeah.
Because they play
Even if you're playing on offense, they've still played both ways, yep.
They play 2 ways, and they've been out in the field a long day. And
24-7 now the score, as that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin for Spellman. But
that will do it. Nantucket may get a few young guys in.
That's true.
And may not. One thing that I used to like to be involved in the last game of the year. And the last game of the year was more special when you were playing one of your common opponents, mostly the Vineyard. Was to put an all-senior team out on defense at the end and get all of them out there at one time. It's certainly some of the seniors that you use are guys like Justin and Borden who play on a regular basis, but there are a few seniors that
like Leonel Almonte, for example.
That don't get a lot of playing time out there. And it's nice for them to go out with an all-senior team and play a little defense.
Now, Coach Ferreira at Hoops always did that. No matter who the starting 5 was, he put those 5 seniors in there and honored their efforts, whether they were starters or not. Once again, a great kickoff from Justin Blois. And it'll be returned out to the 15, 20, and about the 25-yard line, 26-yard line. Let's hope no extracurriculars happen here as the game is now out of hand.
You hate to see that. And it looked like they had a couple of new numbers back there.
Yeah, some Spellman folks some new Spellman guys in there as Jovi is here at the end of the huddle here. He put up a heck of a game. And
Jovi has nothing to be down about. No. He's got a great future, as they say.
We will see that name somewhere in the next level.
We'll try to find out when you see the college recruits' names going up there. We'll be looking for that one. He'll be heading somewhere. Jovi, what college you looking at? Prep?
There you go.
Which prep? Beautiful. Another year he's going to get.
There you go.
Going to a prep school.
That's smart. Pass going through the hands of one of the new players on the field, Jay Camo, the wide receiver, running back for Cardinal Spellman.
Yeah, he was looking at the 2 Nantucket defenders coming at him and took his eye off the ball. Took his eye off the ball. We'll just be nice and say he took his eye off the ball.
That's true. There you go. For a moment, and that's all that matters. But that's
Nantucket's got a host of new players, especially in the secondary here.
Yep. And it'll be Duffy keeping it himself, gets the edge, and breaks a tackle, and he is off to the races. We have not seen that all day. But it'll be, and we talked about this. Hopefully none of that extracurricular stuff now that the game is out of hand.
Duffy seemed to be instigating it getting up, but maybe the penalties against Nantucket for sure.
Yeah,
but
because it happened on their end.
It sort of was so Duffy getting up in a huff and a puff, but maybe something was happening to him in the bottom of the pile that we didn't see. That'll be 15 and bring it up across midfield.
Unfortunately, one of the
Personal foul against the Whalers.
endings to the game that we hoped we would avoid, but the unsportsmanlike or personal foul, whatever you want to call it, on Nantucket.
So 2:30 to go. It's
miracles have happened.
I wouldn't mind seeing a quick touchdown in this play and the onside
maybe an
kick.
onside attempt, and we have something else to talk about. But an absolute beautiful day for football here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Whalers up 24-7 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Duffy to pass again. This pass is caught and immediately stopped by two defenders. Once again, Jay Camo with the catch.
Brought him back
not
in.
much.
Brought him back in there, so.
So not
they're
giving up on it yet.
Yeah.
And again, that's the other side of it, is you want to give those kids as many snaps as they can get, as seniors have earned the right to either stay on the field. We see Justin Boyce not on the field here now, giving him a little rest. But J.J. Bennett still there on the end. And it'll be Duffy. He's got some room to run as the Whalers dove in on the play, taking the fake, and Duffy ahead for close to first down yardage. Although coming in garbage time, he's had a couple of nice runs here on this drive. As we have approached 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game, 24-7, the Whalers leading.
Gillis Crocker getting in there. That's his first action of the day, getting a little safety. Junior D-back.
And Duffy is just a junior, so he will be back again next year for the Spellman Cardinals. A fumble on the play, gets it back, and he's gone. Touchdown, Cardinal Spellman. How about that?
Well, I almost got my wish.
You did get your wish.
He had to follow the bouncing ball. He followed it.
Way to stay with it as Cardinal Spellman.
So we're gonna have two kicks here: kick for the extra point, and
then
an onside kick.
With a 30-yard sprint, 31-yard sprint to pay dirt on the fumbling ball there.
That was unbelievable.
So with 1:02 to play, it's now 24-13.
I think it hit the ground at least 3 times.
Yeah, a couple of times for sure.
Bounced and bounced and bounced, and he went right back to him.
Extra point is up and good. 24-14 now, and you'll get your onside kick here as you asked for.
Yeah, but the odds on the onside kick are like 1 in 50, so let's see if we had to see
and they need 2 of them now.
They need let's see if, we'll give them 1. We won't give them 2.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. So the scenario is they've got to get an onside kick, score a touchdown, get another onside kick, and kick a field goal in 1 minute and 2 seconds in high school football. I think that constitutes miracle, right?
Miracle.
That would be a miracle.
I was at a miracle game.
Yeah.
The Harvard-Yale 29-29 win, where Harvard scored 16 points in the last 43 seconds.
There you go. It can happen. I hope you're knocking on some wood or something, because
my head's sore. Right now. My head's sore. I've been knocking too many times today. I'm ready to head home and get into my slippers and find my easy chair.
There you go. There you go. I know what started out as a very nice, pleasant day. Once that sunshine goes down,
but I'm looking
over
there at Mr. Hawk. I'm fascinated with him.
He's doing a good job.
Enjoying the game.
So we have some hands unit on here as Justin Blois and Makai Bodner in the front line here. Not back to field the kick. And obviously they are expecting an onside kick. Here it comes.
Got to go 10, and it
does. Oh, nice. Excellent attempt as the Spellman player kicks it ahead. Hayden Shea ends up with it anyways, but
a little soccer
That's
kick there.
fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
that was,
high school football right there.
He was trying to get it. Only went 8 yards.
Fantastic attempt. Well, I didn't do anything.
Nantucket was smart to stay away from
Yeah,
it. I seen a pro game a couple of years ago where
you're trying.
He tried to catch it after only going 8 yards. He touches it, then it becomes a live ball, even though it didn't go to 10 yards. So Nantucket will put their knee down here now with 1 minute to go.
One timeout for Spellman left.
Maybe one left, yeah.
We'll see if he decides to use it. The headphones are off for all the coaches, and you know, it's pretty elementary here, but a much better effort in the second half by Spellman.
Yeah, they made it a ball game. They made it a ball game.
And you know, again, barring the interception there in the end zone, could have been a little more interesting at 17-14, 17-13. But absolutely a nice announcement by Chip Clooney for all of our seniors. 15 of them on this Whalers.
You know all their names?
Not by heart, but I've got them
them?
here. I've got them here. Justin Blois, Makai Bodden, Jelani Emanuel, Wyatt Penrose, Garner Ray, Justin Zadroga, George Boucher, Ryan Downey, Tim Murphy, DJ Francis, Xavier Stanley, Hunter Paglia, Anthony Esker, congratulations to our graduating seniors and the Nantucket Whalers as they put a cap on what has been a very successful championship season. Cape and Islands League Lighthouse champs, Island Cup champions. Fantastic season.
Their final record is what, 5-3 or 6?
5-3, 6-3 if we give Monomoy, give the Monomoy win to the Whalers. But unfortunately losing in the playoffs to Cohasset 26-13, but they pick up a very impressive victory, blasted out to a 17-0 lead and cruised home to a 24-14 final here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Thanks very much to our cameraman, Sean Davis, bringing you all the pictures. Charlie Hoyleman hanging out with us here for a while as well. We'll see those guys later on for winter sports. And again, thanks to the NCTV crew for getting us set up for success here. As always, my friend, it has been a pleasure hanging out with you, Mr. Dick Herman, the legend that is.
Okay, and then
we got you've given me my MVP choice, but you know I'm a Justin Blois fan. I got to give him one more here.
One more
as our MVP, #1 in all of our Whaler hearts, Justin Blois, winning the MVP, scoring 18 points of the 24 for the Whalers, including points after the PATs, and came up with a couple of 3 touchdowns. And 2 touchdowns.
I'd like to give my words of wisdom, though.
Yes,
remember
please do.
to put a smile on your face each and every day, even if you're laughing at yourself.
There you go. We'll end it with that, kids. Have a wonderful weekend coming up here. The Whalers win from Vito Capizzo Stadium 24-14, ending their 2021 season with an impressive win over Cardinal Spellman. Thanks very much for joining us here. We'll see you for the winter sports here for the Nantucket Whalers Sports Connection.
Woo.